Hey there, everyone. This is Trigger Sad Gamer, and it is the beginning of episode 4 today of the Living Story, Dragon's Reach Part 2, the last part before the mid-season break. And if you've been following Guild Wars 2 lately, you'll know that in a few weeks, around 3 or so, I believe, we'll be getting the next feature patch, which is great because so much stuff is going to be revealed about what they're going to be changing mechanically for the game. But anyway, right now, we're going to be talking about the latest episode because we're going to be playing it. So, boosh. There we go. Episode unlock. Now available to play. The Dragon's Reach Part 2. View and journal. Dragon's Reach Part 2. Play. I thought oh well. Check your mail for ministry treachery. Ooh, what's this? Dear Despada, I hope this finds you well. I'm afraid my efforts to get the Queen to the summit haven't gone as smoothly as expected. The Queen has had a situation arise that may prevent her from attending. I'll give you the full details when you arrive, but the short version is that someone is spreading rumors that Queen Jenna not only met with Evil Scarlet prior to the Queen's Jubilee celebration, but also conspired to give Scarlet the mechanical watch nights. This is, of course, ridiculous, obviously, but the Queen can't leave Divinity's reach until these rumors are squelched. Countess and Neist has suggested that I use my intuitive ability to find the cad spreading the rumors and discredit them. But I don't want to do this alone. Will you come with me? Your friend Casimir. So, where are we going? I'm guessing, yep, Divinity's reach. Okay, Balthazar Low Road. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to cut here, and yeah, looks like we're about to be doing some lawyering. Sweet. All right, see you guys in a second. Okay, so we're here in Divinity's Reach, and ooh, there's Casimir. So
let me catch you up on what's happening. Queen
Okay.
Jenna can't attend the summit because someone has accused her of conspiring with Scarlet. The hearing is the same day. Someone's lying, and we have to figure out who. Soon as we know, we can confront that person and get them to recant their statement. We need to talk to everyone, find clues to the truth, and build evidence to defend the Queen. Once we discover who among them is the mastermind, we'll take action. But be careful. These people are suspicious and sensitive. Say something too blunt or off-putting, and they'll clam up. If we're obviously undermining their plans, they'll have us escorted out of the party, and it will all have been for nothing.
ooh, okay. So looks like we're gonna be collecting clues. All right. So we'll talk to the Herald, I guess. Ooh.
Introducing a hero who needs no introduction, the Commander of the Pact, and accompanying the Casimir Mead.
Keep it together, Kaz. You can get through this. Be confident, like Jory.
Casimir, come over here. Don't look so glum.
Well, that was rude.
Careful, Margot.
She is a lady. Casimir's
Hello,
awesome.
dear Casimir. Don't worry your little face over what the Herald's papers say. You'll always be noble in my eyes.
Countess
Damn
and
straight.
Niece. That's direct and kind of you to say. I'm afraid I don't feel particularly noble.
Then we must do something about that. Nobility isn't in the blood, as so many believe. It's in your choices. Your return to grace is only a pardon away. If your talent for detecting lies is all you say it is, well, let's just say I'm confident we can convince the Queen your value overrides your father's misfortune.
I only hope to be of some small service, Countess. Oh dear. Okay. Let's start picking apart everything they say. One of these ministers is spreading lies about the Queen.
Don't misunderstand, Countess. I'm certainly grateful
Could-
to you for purchasing my billet and putting me to work. I'm just not sure I understand the reasoning behind dragging me to this soiree of yours.
It's Knack! Oh my god. Careful there. You don't want to be seen getting too friendly with the staff. Why are you here? I want to know that too. I'm on the job, bodyguard for a countess. A somewhat more glamorous position than my last, I must say. You mean your position as prisoner? Yes, and thanks for stating the obvious, painful truth. Technically, I'm still a prisoner. It's just now my bars are lined with velvet. Don't let that fool you, though. I'm definitely not free. The Countess owns you now? That's harsh. I wouldn't say that. More like I'm on loan to her from the prison. So long as I'm a good grunt, she'll keep me with her and I don't have to go back to the cell. You plan on behaving yourself then? Absolutely. I'm no fool. I could be in a much worse situation than this. I guess you could say I learned my lesson. I know I have a reputation for acting rashly, but those days are behind me. Pardon me if I don't entirely believe you. No pardon necessary. You're in a crowd of many watching me like hawks. So far, Countess Anise has treated me with respect. I have no reason to betray her trust. Besides, she amuses me mightily. I'll be at the front of the hunting party if I want, what? No, I wouldn't say that. I would expect no less, though I do believe you might have a hard time catching me again. No offense intended. Just watch yourself. That's rude. I don't think my Sylvari would say that to Kanak. Is it Kanach? Oh, whatever. Let's see, what does the Countess Anise have to say? Enjoy the party. Please feel free to mingle and introduce yourself. Excuse me, I see you're busy. We'll talk later. Yep. Okay. So, I guess I just have to walk to the green areas around the map. Look for clues. Talk to people. Cass is bugged out right now. Ooh, I wonder if I have to walk. It would be really weird if I'm running around this party. Okay. So who am I supposed to be listening to?
But I thought for certain it was Minister Wee who attended court the day Scarlet was there. Are you sure?
And bingo. Okay, random noble. What do you have to say? I have a vague recollection of that crazy Sylvari walking into her audience with the Queen. This will be better. This was well before the attack on the city. By the way, I still don't know why I noticed her. What? I was expecting to see Minister Wee's wife here today. Who's Minister Wee's wife? Yeah, so do you like gardening? Gardening! What a lovely pastime. The wife and I indulge ourselves with a little gardening from time to time, especially in our rose garden. If you like gardens, you should see the Beetlestone Gardens. Oh, I have. My wife, she's a minister, and I were just out there last week for a small garden party, an intimate affair. It was only us, Estelle, Arton, and Lord Codicus. Lovely evening. What did you discuss? The usual political gossip. Casual, you know. Estelle had a moment of private discussion with Lord Codicus, though he might not be talking. Though he did most of the talking, and she did quite a lot of nodding. That's nice. I didn't really... Well, okay, so this guy's wife knows Codicus and some other people. I was expecting to see Minister Wee's wife here today. Lady Wee, she gets the vapors, fragile constitution, poor dear, can't keep up with her husband. Apparently neither can I. I thought he was in the court the day Scarlet had an audience with the Queen. Were you attending the court that day? Laugh. If you've seen one minister, you've seen them all. If he was, then he's probably involved in these nasty lies about the Queen. I'm gonna be friendly, just to see. Laugh. It's the dour look on all their faces. But seriously, it's rather difficult to confuse Minister Wee with Minister Estelle, or even Minister Arton. My memory just isn't what it used to be. Which one did you confuse Minister Wee with? Laugh. I saw Estelle enter the throne room, along with the goat farmer, Minister Arton, and a Sylvari. That wretch turned out to be Scarlet, she did. Okay, so Minister Arton, a Sylvari, and a goat farmer. Nice talking to you.
Afterward, that Scarlet approached the Queen. No one paid any attention back then. Scarlet was a nobody until the Queen's Jubilee.
Interesting. Okay, let's see.
That filthy cat before the guests see it, or the Countess herself.
I'll deal with it.
What cat? It's Chauncey! Oh my god! You're the reason why... Oh, wait. Where are you going? Chauncey, don't leave.
And then he asked me which pair I wanted. To suggest I couldn't afford both. Why, I should have slapped him on the spot.
Oh, noble talk. Oh, it's Minister Wee.
Speak up, will you? I'm a
It
little
really
hard of
is a
hearing.
pity my wife had to miss the party. She just loves these sorts of things, but work is work. I understand. You keep up appearances while Lady Wee undermines the Queen. Oh, what? That seems a bit brash. Have you heard that the Queen is increasing taxes for landowners? What? I thought only workers paid taxes. Why ever would you tax landowners? That's ridiculous. It's just a rumor, probably bad information. Oh, that's random. Oh, it's Chauncey. You're the reason why Lord Farron was kicked out and sent to South Sun for a while. I guess I can't get any information out of Wee without sounding like a doucher. I'm not gonna accuse his wife.
I wish Anise hadn't invited the ministers. They make me so uncomfortable. Especially Minister... Excuse me. Are you eavesdropping?
Oh, kinda?
Oh, how quaint.
Ooh, I do not like your tone. You do realize, I'm sure, that it's rude to eavesdrop. Were you? No, my lady, I merely wanted to introduce myself. I'm Despada. Oh, I do beg your pardon. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Lady Alyson, and my companion here is Lady Brenda. Are you enjoying the party? The pleasure is all mine. What a fine evening it is. We were just saying that we won't let anything spoil our fun. The Countess throws wonderful parties, but these days they're few and far between. Won't you regale us with your tales of adventures some other time, ladies? Okay.
Oh, how quaint.
No, my lady, I was merely... Yep. Are you enjoying the party? Some of the guests seem rather tense. I wouldn't think anyone would ignore such a beautiful night as this. Oh, I'm quite sure some ministers prefer dark nights like this to sunny days. Laugh. That's true. It's my culture as well. I don't get out that much, but I would like to visit where you're from. Tell me, how did you find out oh my god. Tell me, how did you find our fair city? It's glamorous, a real accomplishment. She's not lying, but she's being evasive. Trying again and press her for more information whenever she talks about the ministers. So what were you saying about the party? Some of the guests seem rather tense. A particular minister makes you uncomfortable? I wouldn't think anyone could ignore such a beautiful night as this. Oh, I'm quite sure that some ministers prefer dark places. It's true in my culture as well. How do the ministers get away from it? I'm curious. Oh. Ooh, I'm raising suspicion. I didn't want to do that. The ministry is powerful and sneaky. Perhaps you're a bit too curious. Let me advise caution. My apologies. I must sound like a minister myself. A particular minister makes you uncomfortable? Oh, goddammit. That's not... Minister Codicus, of course. He surrounds himself with intrigue, cloaks, daggers, shadows, all that nasty business. Don't let him look upon you, my dear. Once he has you in his sights, you're doomed. As you said, ministers can be dangerous. Some of the guests seem rather tense. Oh, I'm quite sure. I hear one minister is spreading rumors about the Queen. Oh, there we go. Yes, Minister Codicus is behind it. Third time's the charm, I guess. But he never involves himself directly. He has others to do his dirty work, like Estelle and Arden. They were awfully talkative with him at the last party. I understand.
Caudicus would be involved in anything that undermines the Queen, but he's not the one accusing her. We have to find that person.
Interesting. Let's head over to the other side of the party then. Oh man, I'm not liking my suspicion right now. Well, it's low. It's low, so...
To intimidate these ministers and aristocrats, to put them off guard. Surely you can't imagine that these dandies pose some kind of threat to you? Hmm? Are you even paying attention, or do you simply not care? Either way, you are a maddening woman.
Freaking heck. I wonder why she's so out of it. I like, all of the time that I've ever played the game with and Anise is there, she's never been like that. Let's see. Hup, jump. There we go. I guess we're going in here now. Ooh, it's Minister Estelle. You're a busy bee. Does that make you charming, or does it make you nosy? Charming, I hope. Did you know I dealt the killing blow to Scarlet? Definitely nosy. They say you were in court the same day as Scarlet was. I'm not gonna do that. No, that was you? I saw her once, in the throne room. She was having a quiet talk with the queen. Lucky you. But why is someone of your caliber walking around the party with Casimir Meade? Her family is a bunch of criminals and gamblers. Okay. You should perhaps keep your thoughts to yourself. She's my friend. Show her respect or I'll teach you some. You're an idiot. Oh, ooh, I want to call her this so badly. But I might have to get information out of her. I believe you should mingle so others can bask in your glory. Great idea. Rude. Let's see.
I see
Okay.
Minister Estelle has political ambitions. She's been having a lot of private meetings with Minister Codicus.
Interesting. Okay.
What? Minister Estelle is being pressured by Minister Marula to retire? Well, she would never. She's far too ambitious.
That's really interesting to know.
What is it?
I'm going to get more punch. It's so fruity. Wait, I wanted to ask you something. The queen throws a good party. Oh, this isn't the queen's work. It's all Countess Anise. She's amazing. Oh, well, yeah.
I'm rich, you know.
Wait, I wanted to ask you something. Only if you make it quick. I'm so excited. Ooh, that's a timer. I think that spreading rumors about the queen would prove very exciting. Two-faced liar, I doubt you truly. Is that why Minister Estelle wants to retire? A lack of excitement? She doesn't want to. Ooh. If I may, I suggest you consider saying such things at a party. Perhaps you're right. Oh, man. Okay. Let's try this. Only if you make it quick. I'm so excited. Okay. Is that why, Minister, a lack of excitement? Undoubtedly. She likes to be in the thick of things, but Codicus has had her doing cleric work lately. She meets with him regularly. From what I've heard, he'll take her out of retiring, I'm sure. Undoubtedly. Enjoy the party.
I've never met Minister Estelle. If she's been meeting with Codicus, she may know something.
Okay. My mind is spinning. So much information. Can you make heads or tails of it? We've learned a few things. First, we know who was in the court that day. Yes, a farmer with a goat, 2 ministers, Estelle and Arden, and Scarlet. And we know that Codicus lets others do his dirty work for him. We've also heard that both Estelle and Arden have seen Codicus lately. It must be one of them. Let's talk to Minister Arden first. Ooh, sorry about that. I had a cough. Let's see. Oh, Arden's up there. And apparently running doesn't
Shrimp bisque is fantastic.
raise your
Stop right
suspicion.
there.
Ooh.
I don't care about your dog's new haircut.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking to me. Oh, that scared me for a
Stop it,
second.
Countess, what are you looking for in this crowd? I could lend my eyes and ears to your search. If there's nothing in particular you need me to do, would you mind if I help myself to some of your refreshments? Am I really so dull? Well, here's something interesting. Would you like to know how long a severed head remains conscious? I suppose not. Do let me know if you need me to do more than make debutantes and fops uncomfortable.
What is with the niece? She's probably watching us. That's probably why she's so out of it right now. Okay. Minister Arden.
An open mind is best.
I was telling my old friend Codicus the other day, we really must do something about these bandits. They are a hazard. I have a reason to believe they are connected to the White Mantle. Did you see Scarlet? Oh, well, I'm going to get directly into things. Did you see Scarlet the day she had an audience with the Queen? I did. There were 4 of us in the throne room with the Queen and Countess Anise and the guards. Of course, it was Scarlet, me, Minister Estelle, and some dirty farmer with a goat. The Queen spoke to Scarlet. Yes, she was polite as always, but the Countess kept whispering in the Queen's ear. It was making us all nervous. Scarlet wanted permission to study with the engineer that designed the watch nights. What did the Queen say? She respectfully declined. Scarlet was the last in line, and the Queen left before there could be more discussion. Scarlet tried to say more, but the Queen apologized and hurried out. Anything else? The Sylvari, Scarlet, looked livid. She stormed out, shoved guards out of her way. She was rather frightening, actually. I imagine that's what Countess Anise saw that made her hustle the Queen away. Excuse me. Cass, does his testimony line up? His description of events perfectly matched what Anise told me. Minister Arton is telling the truth. He must not be the one. Interesting. Thank you.
Convinced me. It looks like Minister Estelle is the one spreading this horrible rumor. Let's keep at it. If we're going to confront her, we'll need serious evidence to back us up.
Okay.
I know. The Queen had a private talk with Scarlet. How? Everyone is saying it, so it must be true.
That's an interesting thing to say. Hello. We're just discussing how horrible it is that the Queen betrayed us all. That's just a bad rumor. A lie. Okay. No, it's not. I saw it. I had to guess. Oh, I was so scared. I don't want my suspicion to get any more higher, just in case. No, it's not. I saw her in the Salma district shortly after nightfall. She wore a black woolen coat with a hood up. The only reason I knew it was her was because I bumped into her and saw her face. This doesn't add up. Listen, just between you and me, I may not be telling the exact truth, but they offered me a lot of gold if I'd say I were there. Please, you can't tell anyone. You're going to have to testify. Oh, all right. I'll testify that I was paid to lie, but I'll never say with who paid me. I don't betray old friends. Ooh, okay, so you're friends with her, or him. Well, it's probably Estelle. Arton's telling the truth, so... Though he could be telling the truth to us and could be lying to other people. Ah, mysteries. Still, I wasn't comfortable lying, but my son is ill. I hope the Queen will forgive me. You're doing the right thing.
Good observation. I had a feeling she was lying. The Queen wouldn't hold a private meeting with just anyone, much less a Sylvari with no political connections. This woman will testify.
Why you gotta point out the fact that it was a Sylvari, Casimir? What up? Whatever. Let's see. Is there someone here?
You must be mistaken. My niece knows a guard who heard from a doorman that the Queen... Oh, I've said too much.
The Queen what? Tell.
I'm rich, you know.
Yes, that's nice. Oh, you're Despada. You're well known in these parts. The Queen recently mentioned you were hosting a summit. She'd like very much to attend. It's my hope that she will. If it's about the Elder Dragons, isn't it? We all heard it roar. We live in fear that one of them will attack the city. I'll do my best to make sure that never happens.
May the Six watch over
Okay,
you.
that may be complicated. Oh, I know. Those lies Estelle is spreading. Can you imagine our barefoot queen skulking through the streets at night? It's disgusting. In disguise. It's laughable. You don't think she met with Scarlet? I can imagine, actually. She's a mesmer. You don't think she met with Scarlet? In the throne room, yes, but not in the streets. A Char emissary visited the Queen that night. While the emissary since left, the guard who was present will testify. Good to know.
Countess Anise hardly ever lets the Queen out of her sight. She and the guard will corroborate the Queen's alibi.
Okay.
You seem distracted, Countess. What are you looking for in this crowd? I could lend my eyes and ears to you.
He's just repeating the same thing.
If there's nothing in particular you need me to do, would you mind if I help myself to some of your refreshments? Oh, no. Avoid anything remotely equestrian. You don't want your guests to enter your foyer and think the balusters are centaurs.
Okay, that's weird. Okay. So, who are we speaking to now? Are we talking to Estelle?
Skip the small talk.
Hello, Busy Bee. I've learned a few things about you. Do I want to confront her? Gather incriminating evidence against the lying minister. I'm gonna... Should I? Ah. I'm still supposed to be gathering...
Lying a prerequisite for being in the ministry?
Oh. Okay.
Are you well?
It makes me so sad to think that people who run our city, our kingdom, can't get along with each other. Now, I can imagine. Now, one of the ministers is spreading lies about the queen. I'll pay you for any information you have on the lying minister. I've had some experience with ministers. Not all are bad. Who do you work for? I beg your pardon? I don't believe that's any of your business. I only ask because I see you here, ready to serve. No, God, no. If there's something you require, I recommend you speak with one of the party servers. I am preoccupied with other duties, alright? Ooh, that was a lot of suspicion. I'll do this one. Both my wife and I work for ministers. They can be like night and day. My wife works for Minister Estelle. I work for Minister Arton. Do you like your jobs? Most days, my wife has a harder time. Her minister has a gambling problem. If she's winning, she's fine. If she's not, she's dangerous. Who would she know? Would she know where Estelle was the night of the alleged meeting? Maybe. Estelle often visits her old friend Lady Claire in the evening. Ask my wife if she knows what happened. She's a good woman and won't lie to protect the minister. Thank you for the information. You're a good Crichton.
That's another witness who can help us prove the Queen's innocence. Nicely done.
And it gives me an idea. Claire is saying that she was being paid by one of her friends, who happens to be Minister Estelle, since they're really close, since they're, talking and whatnot. It's her. It has to be her. Okay. Talk to Casimir. Okay. What do you think? Do we have enough evidence to discredit her accusations? Plenty. The servant's wife can testify that Estelle met with Lady Claire. Exactly. Maybe the treatment of her testifying will be enough to shut this down. What else? We have multiple witnesses who say the Queen turned down Scarlet's request. I still can't believe Scarlet wanted to study the Wedge Knight engineer. Thank the gods the Queen turned her down, though that might explain Scarlet's anger when she attacked her city. What else? We know Estelle's friend was lying for her. For a pouch of gold, you mean? Estelle must have coached Lady Claire. I don't imagine it will be too hard to get her to testify to the lie.
I can take that.
I guess they weren't such good friends after all. We're ready to confront Estelle with the evidence.
Looks like we've got everything we need. Time to expose Minister Estelle for the liar she is.
Gentlemen, please leave. I see you've been busy socializing with the guests.
Yes. Yes, we have. Alright. My suspicion is almost at half. I still have a good amount, so if I screw this up, it probably won't be that bad.
Is this a party or a circus?
Hello, Busy Bee. I must admit, I'm a bit charmed by how you fit from flower to flower. I know all about you. Listen closely to what Estelle says. Once she's finished, don't be afraid to ask her to repeat what she said. Press her only when you're certain she's lying. I have a question. Is it true that you work closely with Lord Caudicus? I used to work with Lord Caudicus, but now that I'm considering retirement, I've started spreading most of my time in the Ministry Library. I hardly ever see him. Tell me more. Admittedly, I occasionally do some small tasks for him, but he's still recovering from that awful scandal. He keeps to himself most of the time. Tell me more. Even at parties, Lord Caudicus is off doing his own thing, and I'm left to my own devices. I'm just a wallflower, really. Casimir, what do you think? She keeps backpedaling. Press her when she lies, and present your evidence to counter her argument. Minister Estelle, can you repeat that? I used to work with Lord Caudicus, but now I'm considering retirement. I've started spending most of my time in the Ministry Library. I hardly ever see him. Did someone mention her not going to the library? No. She spends a lot of time with Lord Codicus nowadays. Why would I lie about something like that? He's my boss's boss's boss. I don't work directly with him. I met someone who says you see Codicus often. Admittedly, I occasionally do small tasks for him, but he's still recovering from that awful scandal. He keeps to himself most of the time. You attended his garden party not long ago. Oh yes, I nearly forgotten that. Oh my god, I'm doing so badly. I'd nearly forgotten that. There was a large crowd there. I only saw the legate minister from across the roses. I heard there was only a handful of people there. Even at parties, Lord Codicus is off doing his own thing, and I'm left to my own devices. I'm just a wallflower, really. Shy, huh? Oh yes, I barely spoke with anyone during the entire party. Beautiful garden, though. A witness said you had an aside with Codicus. He talked. You nodded. Fine. He and I talked, but you'll never learn the topic of that discussion, and you can't prove it had anything to do with the Queen. I don't have to prove it. I just have to discredit you.
So perhaps I misspoke. Apologies. I shall revise my statement.
Okay. So, what if I worked with Lord Codicus? It means nothing. It doesn't change the fact that I was there when Scarlet had her audience with the Queen. Did you hear what the Queen discussed with Scarlet? No, they spoke too quietly, like schoolgirl friends whispering, so no one else would hear. Tell me more. I must have been lost in my own thoughts while the Queen and Scarlet conspired deviously. I heard the word watch night. Isn't that bad enough? Do you know how many people died because the Queen gave Scarlet access to watch night? Why are you still interrogating me? She's the criminal. Casimir, what do you think? She's clever and slippery, but you can nail down those lies. Catch her off guard when she slips up. Minister Estelle, can you repeat that? No, they spoke too quietly, like schoolgirl friends whispering so no one else could hear. That's a lie. You heard everything. I heard hushed words, but I can't make out most of them. The Queen seemed pleased, though. Minister Arden heard everything. His ears must have been better than yours. I must have been lost in my own thoughts while the Queen and Scarlet conspired deviously. I heard the Queen was escorted out for her safety.
Thank you.
You weren't there. You can't possibly know how they behaved unless you questioned the goat. I spoke with Arden. His version agrees with the Countess's and the goat's. Yes, well, one person's politeness is another's friendliness. That means nothing.
The nosy one. If you must know, I'll tell you what really happened. Skip the small talk.
It doesn't matter what happened in the throne room. The Queen arranged to meet Scarlet later that evening. She didn't want any of us to hear them, so she sneaked out. You're sticking by the claim that they arranged this in the throne room? Oh my god. You're sticking by the claim that they arranged this in the throne room. Absolutely. Their foreheads were practically touching. They were so chummy they agreed to something, and what else could it be? Tell me more. So it was brief. A look, a smile. Maybe they'd already arranged to meet later. I don't know. All I know is that I saw them under that bridge. It was the Queen and Scarlet. Tell me more. I'm not the only one who saw her. There was another witness who came forward, a noblewoman. Tell me more. Why are you working so hard to protect Queen Jenna? She sold us all out, and now she's trying to cover her tracks. It was definitely Jenna, in a red cape. Casimir, what do you think? You've been whispering this whole time. I won't have it. It's rude. Seriously, all right. Seriously? All right. If you would please repeat your statement then? Absolutely. Their foreheads were practically touching. They were so chummy they agreed to something, and what else could it be? You're crazy. Anise would never let Scarlet get that close to the Queen. Oh yes, she's in on it too. All smiles and pet this and pet that. Minister Arden describes a very different atmosphere. So it was brief, a look, a smile. Maybe they'd already arranged meeting later. I don't know. All I know is that I saw them under that bridge. It was the Queen and Scarlet. Tell me more? I'm not the only one who saw her. There was another witness who came forward, a noblewoman. How many other witnesses do you have in your pocket? Okay, tell me more. Why are you working so hard?
I can take that. Thank you.
You told your accomplice it was a black cape. No, it was a red cape, I think. Have you forgotten? You're trying to confuse me. It was a red cape, I'm sure of it. Dark red. If you and your old friend can't agree on the color of the Queen's cape... Wait, I remember now. The Queen was in a black cape. Yes, Countess Anise was in a red one. Did I forget to mention that they were both there? You know the Countess wouldn't let the Queen go anywhere alone. You're saying Countess Anise was there too. What? Clearly, we need to discuss this further, Despada.
This
Good
way.
idea. Oh my god. I guessed the black cape and I was right. Oh, okay. What we have to eliminate any doubt at all. If there's even the smallest chance that Estelle is telling the truth, she's not. But we need to hear her niece say that she wasn't under that bridge. I'm sure I'd have sensed it if there was some kind of mesmer cover-up. Don't you think? It doesn't matter. I'll know if the Countess is lying when we ask her. Let's go. Oh, God. Okay. I guess we're talking to your niece now. Ooh, but seriously, man.
Of your orders. I've been occupying myself
Don't
by
approach
planning
her.
the extermination of this
illusion.
entire gaggle
I am
of
elsewhere.
green.
Find me,
I
and we
thought
shall
maybe
talk.
some well-placed bombs here and there among the topiary, Or perhaps I'll pick them off one by one with my blade and hide the bodies in the pantry. I wonder, would that reflect poorly on your office? I imagine I'd become a hero to the Crichton people, and still no reaction. I wonder, Countess, are you even here at all with me?
Enjoy the party. Please feel free to mingle and introduce yourself. Excuse me, I see you're busy. We'll talk later. And... okay. The green circle. I mean, I saw the text bubble, and she was talking behind us. Oh, there she is. She was a
My
clone.
apologies for the deception, but I must go to unconventional lengths to protect Kryta.
Countess, Minister Estelle is claiming that you were there at this secret meeting. She's implicating you.
Nonsense. I was at no such meeting. I did, however, receive a mysterious message signed only with the initial E. The note said that Estelle was in a bandit gambling parlor when she was supposedly spying on our queen. Reminding her of this will be enough to make her drop her lie, faster than Vern's dignity.
Ooh, that burn was okay. So,
It's taken me a while, Countess, but I finally realized my part in your misdirection. If you can hear me through your illusion, don't worry. I will continue to draw the attention of your guests.
aww, Kanak, you're a good servant slash slave slash whatever. Okay, so now all we have to do is imply Estelle's gambling problem, and we should win. That's interesting.
You again? I hope you're not planning another interrogation. This is a party, if you haven't noticed.
Yes, and you're also a very bad
What?
person, so I don't care. I imagine Countess Anise had a lie to cover up her presence at the bridge. It's her word against mine. Actually, Minister, it's several people's word against yours. What are you talking about? Has someone said that they'd testify against me? We have witnesses who will support Countess Anise's story. Traitors to the ministry. Traitors. They'll find themselves in the streets soon. I doubt it. The Queen has positions for those who are honest and honorable. There are those who see through the minister's lies, and our numbers are growing.
I can take
Jory, would you approve, eh? Jory would approve, eh, Cass? Goodbye, Minister.
I'll have you know I'm very well connected, and
Your connections can't help with this. We know what you've been up to.
What do you mean?
We know you couldn't have witnessed this supposed meeting with Scarlet. We hear you were busy meeting with some lobbyists that day.
Lobbyist? What are you talking about?
So much for subtlety. You were busy gambling with some ruffians.
Keep your voice down. That's a baseless accusation.
Is that so, Minister Estelle? Perhaps you and I should speak privately and sort this little mess out. Please follow my guards. I'll be with you shortly.
Ooh, the Shining Blade are
Countess
here.
Anise, thank you for inviting us to your party. It's been an entertaining and productive evening.
No one is more delighted by your presence than I. With all that socializing and skullduggery, you must be craving the longest of naps. Now that this messy affair is out of the way, I feel fairly certain Queen Jenna will attend your summit. I think Minister Estelle will soon see the value in cooperating with me, rather than rotting in prison for treason. I may have use for her. On a separate note, I do hope you will stay and join the Queen's entourage, Casimir.
You mean travel with the Queen to the summit? I'd be honored.
Yes, I think that's the right play. You will, of course, have time to relay the full details of your father's story at that time.
Oh, I don't think the Queen would be interested in...
Nonsense. Now go. Say pretty things to my guests and enjoy yourselves for the rest of the evening.
Ooh, okay. Speak with a niece. That's Casimir. I can't wait to tell Jory how you solved this mystery. She's going to be so proud of you. And of you. That lie detecting thing you do. Wow. It certainly comes in handy, though it's still a bit unreliable. It works best on total strangers. I keep practicing, though. Will you be going with Marjorie to the summit? The Countess asked if I'd travel with the Queen to... I already know that. Who knows, this may be a chance to get my title back. That would be wonderful. Be safe. I'll see you in the grove. Okay. You must visit more often. The party wouldn't have been nearly as fun without you. The Queen sends her gratitude as well. She can now attend your summit. I'll be there as well, though, incognito. That's wonderful news. I appreciate your support, Countess. If you have no objections, I believe I will keep dear Casimir with me for a while. We have much to talk about, don't we, pet? One last question. If you know Estelle was guilty, why not just out her? Put simply, I'm too close to the Queen for my claims to be believable. Without support, I'd lose much of our dear Jenna. I'd lose much if our dear Jenna were incarcerated, and the ministers know it. That's what you came in. That's where you came in. I understand. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Goodbye for now. Whew. That was a interesting encounter. What's this? A chaos orb. Ooh. A humming emanates from this orb. It could be amplified with an additional source of chaotic radiation.
There you are, Countess. I trust I played my part in your charade this evening.
There, Blossom. You did very well as the Soar Green Thumb at my affair. I'm sure everyone was far too intimidated by your glowering menace.
That's valuable.
To notice it was an illusion standing beside you the whole time.
Yes, I thought you seemed rather vapid.
I feel like I'm going to enjoy these two together. It's going to be interesting. Anyway, as far as drops, besides the Chaos Orb, I got 3 Dusty Bags of Loot, 3 Geodes, and a Champ Bag. Anyway, looks like we're going to looks like wait for word from your companions. Return to Divinity's Reach. I am in Divinity's Reach. Anyway, I guess that's it for today's episode. Well, today's part of episode 4. Yeah. Lots of politics, backstab, espionage, intrigue, and whatnot. Ooh, that drained me. I'm not gonna lie. So much jumping around trying to solve stuff. But anyway, next time we'll see what else we have to do. I think we have almost all of the races down for the summit, so whatever. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.